All right, so for y'all that don't know me, I can be a whole vibe. You know why I'm a whole vibe? Because there was a lot of years that I'll be who she wanted me to be. I'll be who he wanted me to be. I'll be who my mama wanted me to be. But I decided to just be me.
Hey everybody, this is Coach Tiffany Parra, visionary author, life coach. I wear a lot of hats, but anyhow, I want to talk to you about this awesome and amazing conference that we just recently had. Here in sunny Southern California, in Rancho Cucamonga, I hosted the first annual Girl Powerhouse Network. For someone, as me as a host and as someone that has been the facilitator of this, it could be really stressful, but I will tell you, when Carrie got there and when she got in the room and started doing her thing, she really was able to bring some of that, ease to me. So if you are having an event and you just want somebody that's just absolutely magnificent, you are going to definitely want to check out Carrie, Irene, Crosby. Thank you so much. Happy conferences.
What's up, kings and queens? It is I, Carrie, Irene. I ain't here for a long time, but I'm here for a good time. And today I just wanted to come and just talk about some things that I'm excited about, some contacts that I'm making, connections that I'm making, business moves that I'm making, and just things that's coming up that I just want to talk about. I need to talk about the things that light me up more. So one of the things that is coming up this September 28th is the Sacred Queens MeetUp, and I am excited about it. What's up, Heidi Sue? So I just wanted to come on here and let y'all know how excited I am about it, and to tell you about what it's all about, what's going to be happening with it, how everything is supposed to play out, and the expectations I have for what's coming, and how things are just expanding for me and for ATBA and for my businesses and for my just potential in general. And I'm just so excited about it. I can't even put it into words quite. I am streaming this to ATBA. If someone can just share it out, anyone who popped on there, just share it with a friend, tag somebody, especially women, because one of the things I would be highly representing today is my Sacred Queens Society group here on Facebook. It is for women who are looking for a safe space to just embody the empowerment that they've been practicing. Because a lot of times, even though we have a lot of things that we know work for us, we find ourselves in a lot of spaces where it's hard to practice it. So, we kind of dim down who we know we are and who we can be, just because we've already assigned to a lot of roles that we no longer fit into. So that is what the Sacred Queens Society is all about. If you want to join, the link is somewhere in the description. Go find it. I promise you it's there. If it's not, I'll put it in the comments later. So coming up September the 28th in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, I'm going to be having a Sacred Queens meetup for women that can make it there for that day. It is free of charge, and I just want you to come and be pampered. I want to speak life into you. I want to love on you. I want to help you feel empowered, to bring out that power that's already within you, that's yours, and help you harness it and use it. And there's some people that's going to be in the room that are going to help me do that. But one in particular is here with me today. She is going to be my guest speaker. I'm going to be speaking. She's going to be speaking. So I wanted to introduce you guys, for anybody who in my audience have not met her before. Her name is Ashley, and I'm going to allow her to introduce herself to you and tell you a little bit about her, what her platform is, what she likes to talk about, what lights her up as well. And then we're going to how we actually came about for her to be one of my speakers. It's really just moving in alignment, just moving in alignment. So, Ashley, introduce yourself to anyone who's watching out there.
Hi, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are. My name is Ashley, as you stated. I go by your big sis and your biggest encourager. Um, that name came about because that's what I do. I love to encourage, to inspire, to empower, not just women, but everyone, whoever is willing to listen, whoever comes across my path. I promise you, you will not be able to be in my space long and not start believing in yourself. And so that's what I do. I am a certified life coach as well as a public speaker. uh I do a lot of spiritual type of ministry more, so events, as well as any sort of conferences as well, where we're talking about empowerment, true empowerment, true motivation, true inspiration. And I put emphasis on true because in my past I had visited many empowerment conferences, and it was just, the energy was really weird, and so
Yeah,
it's
I
a
know
lot
what
of
you
times
mean.
like, look at me. And I understand that being in this space that I'm in, that Carrie is in, it's never about us, it's always about the people that we serve. And so I'm just all about that, having a heart of servitude. And yeah, so I've been doing this for quite a few years and just excited about working with Carrie and having the opportunity to actually finally meet her in person, right?
Right? It's
So
crazy.
yeah, that's amazing. And just how we met as she spoke, it's just really amazing. I think it was definitely a divine connection. I had been following her on Facebook for a while, and I told her, even around the time that I started following her, she
Hmm.
was doing these lives in her car. And I believe you were homeless at the time, correct?
Yes, I was.
And so, but she was still like so inspirational, and you would think, to be in a moment like that, like you don't have any encouragement to give because you're too busy trying to encourage yourself, right? Out of that situation,
Yeah.
out of that mind space. But she was still doing, exactly what she's doing today, even in that space that she was in her personal life. And that said a lot to me, and things that she was speaking really resonated with me, to where I've been following her ever since, and she's always just, giving some really good nuggets on just life and navigating through life and just maintaining your just the good energy, being a good person, and not allowing our circumstances to define us, just all those wonderful things that I too am truly about. And so yeah, so that's how that came to be. And so I reached out to her recently, just kind of seeing how we could network, and I was just like spilling out probably my whole life to her in a matter of of the hour or so that we were on the call. And before I knew it, she was just like, "Hey, if you can get down to South Carolina, I'd like for you to come speak in my event." I was like, "No, are you serious?" So that was really awesome. And I was like, absolutely. Like, I would love,
Mm-hmm.
to have that opportunity to, be a part of what you're doing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
even just to support what you're doing, even. And so just to be able to speak, it's even more so, you
Yeah.
know, awesome. So I appreciate you. And I'm really trusting like this is the beginning of something great. And I'm just looking to what God is doing for sure.
Oh yeah, man. You took it to 100 right there. You took it to 100 because I wasn't expecting all of that, but that just goes to show, even in things that we typically, don't include into manifestation, it's still swept up in the current of good things. When you're expecting good things show up everywhere. Like, I'm just thinking about what you were saying, and I've been telling myself, because a lot of times, especially as an entrepreneur, right? I think one of the most common things that we all feel when we're starting something new is that people don't get it. People don't understand. Like, I'm here and I'm making it look like a hot knife through butter, but baby, on the other side, I'm sleeping in my car. You know what I mean? Like, or people are asking me for $40, and I say, yeah, and it's my last $40. I can't not be me. And when they say, in the Bible, and people take it, all kinds of ways and twist it all kinds of ways, but when it say that your dream will make room for you and your gifts will make room for you and the things of your heart will make provision for you, and when you give your last of that oil, all of a sudden you dip down and you can't even use it all up. I swear, that's exactly what it's like. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it's like. Like, just like you speaking into me and me knowing that I'm in a season of receiving and being in that coming out of that entrepreneurial rutted mind of people don't see me, they don't appreciate me, they don't understand. And to meet someone who can say the things you just said on this live for the first time, I've heard you say them that way. And it just spoke life into me. It's because in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, on September 28th, I'm planting the seed and I am building a conference to do just this. And when you start to do things like this, you can't help but have people speaking to you.
Yeah.
When you're doing something from a pure heart, you can't help but meet people with pure hearts. Like, that is truly what the law of attraction is all about. But we have to stay in that vein of creating what we want people to experience in order to continue to experience on so many different and expensive levels, one day at a time. One day you sleeping in your car. One day you own your car. The next day you own 2 cars. And now you driving to your next event. Now you own your venue, because that's my next thing right here on the wall, y'all. These blueprints right here. I've
Ooh.
literally drawn my physical building that I want. And we're speaking this into existence. And that is one of the reasons why I have my events in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because I see that being there in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So when you're saying like this is the beginning of something, big for both of us, and you get to create what that is for you. That's the beauty of it. We are both coming together for this common event, but we're creating so many new moments in both of our lives simultaneously. And that's really what this event is about. We're going to be talking to women. And like she said, this goes beyond just women. This event just specifically happened to be for women. There will be other events, man. You will be invited. We're not excluding you. But this one is for my personal private group, which is the Sacred Queens Society on Facebook. So we'll be speaking into women about them really tapping into that true power that we all possess. And it's not something that's so elusive. A lot of times we think it's something that's so elusive and we got to, toil and tear for. But sometimes the hardest thing you have to do is let go of your idea that this has to be so hard.
Yeah.
Obedience
Come
is
on.
better than sacrifice.
Say that again.
You know what I mean? Be true to what you want to feel, what you know is possible. Not what you know is possible in a negative way, but in a positive way. You know how many times you find yourself like if someone disappoints you and you be like, I knew it. And I knew it. You said, what else do you know? What do you know that is good? Do you know that everything you've been through, you made it through?
Come on.
You know?
100% of everything.
100%. Your record is solid because you're here. And today we are just coming to say you are at the point of making a decision. Make sure it's the best one that you can possibly make for you. And that's how true manifestation works.
Yeah.
Really.
And that's
You just
funny
keep
you say
creating.
that because I mean, probably since the beginning of this year, or really probably more far back than that, I, just have always said I would like to be a traveling speaker. And
Mm-hmm.
I've traveled within my city, within my
Mm-hmm.
area or whatever, but to go to South Carolina, I was like, what?
Yeah.
What? This is
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is for real happening. So
Mm-hmm.
you just don't
Yeah.
even know like how this is like, yeah.
Yeah. And this is the first of many because I'm telling you, I'm in the season of paying attention to people I come in contact with. We talk about, the different levels of what, friends, it's like comrades and confidant. I forget how it goes. But I'm like that you can call it whatever you want, but there's just certain seasons where you need certain type of people. And I'm in a season where I am really being swept up and connected to people who are also being swept up with their own passion. And our passions happen to be aligned at that time so that because we're both already on fire. I am an Aries, okay? She is an Aries, okay? If there's one thing we know about Aries, and we're fire starters. Now, the thing is, if we don't we burn so strong and so fast and so fiery that if something doesn't supply us with oxygen, we burn out real quick.
For sure.
We have ideas every single day, but because there's nothing gives it oxygen and nothing else comes along that says it goes up because it's really fiery, it's really fast, and then it's done. But if you get in a group of people who are on fire and blowing at the same time, you're talking about catastrophic success. You hear me? Catastrophic success. Because this thing is going to catch fire because I need speakers because I'm going somewhere. You know what I mean? And what I'm building, I don't necessarily want to be the speaker. I want to provide the space for speakers. I want to be the host. I'm the one bouncing around the room and cracking jokes like an uncle. You know what I mean?
You're okay.
You know what I mean? Like I ain't on the stage and something. Nah, like I'm the only one in the audience saying, yeah. You know what I mean? I know my role. Now I'm a speaker. I can speak at your events. Don't get me wrong. But for what I'm building, I know what my role is, and my role is to be a fire. I want to be fire. And I want people to come in that's going to bring life into this thing. Because I promise you, if you keep blowing on the fire that I have, this is catastrophic. Let me lean in. Catastrophic success I'm talking about right now. And it is happening. Them blueprints right there is going to come to fruition. And if you're going to be in the building now, you're going to have to have Ashley kind of energy because he said, yeah. You hear what I'm saying? I'm looking for people who's willing to say yes, who's ready, who's already on fire. Like, because I've tried to, you know those people who you tried to light a fire under. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man, we ain't doing nothing but making a mess because I got ashes everywhere. And
every time I start the fire, you putting it out.
Every time. Now all we doing is here coughing, we got passionate emphysema over here for trying to stop the fire. I need some Ashleys in life that's willing to say yes. Do you hear me? That's willing to go when called. When you know that it's time, man, it's nothing like it. Ain't nothing that can stop you either.
It's time.
It so is time. It is so is time. So tell everybody where you are and what area you're in, because granted, if you're going to get in on and want to get on her ticket, her docket, her schedule book, you better do it now because when ATBA get good running, I'm going to be occupying her time down in Myrtle Beach. So if y'all need it locally, y'all better get it in now. So tell them what it is that I know you do things on Sunday. It's Sunday night, right? Tonight you have a Zoom.
No, I do
Friday.
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 I have
Yeah. So just
a
yeah.
weekly Zoom on Fridays, with a inspirational Zoom. The full topic is just navigating life God's way. And it encompasses many things, right? Because as we're navigating life, obedience is key, trust is key. Um, it's so many key factors, right? To being able to navigate life God's way, because in our own flesh, in our own mindset, in our own, will, we make a mess of things. We literally do. Like I don't know about y'all, but I tried it my way and I wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't going nowhere. So when I made the conscious decision to surrender everything to God, my thoughts, my ideas, my plans, like just totally like have your way, like things just really started to make sense. They started to move. And so
Right.
yeah, that's what my weekly Zoom is focused around, is just helping us all to be able to navigate through life, because it actually came at a time where I was just talking to different people, and it seemed like everybody that I talked to was just struggling in some capacity of their life, just dealing with things on a day-to-day basis, and just wanted to create a community, of people who we're just sick and tired of being sick and tired, tired of dealing with certain things that we know was not our portion. Some stuff is just not your portion, and you gotta know when to let go, and be okay with letting go. And so it's like the longer we hold on to stuff, it begins to become toxic to our lives. And so it's funny. I read this quote. It says, keeping things past the expiration date uh is not, it was something to that degree, but basically it was just saying how when things expire it's time to get rid of it. And it wasn't talking about just food, that can be relationships, that can be friendships, that can be a job, all these things or whatever. So don't get me started, girl. I'll be rambling on forever. But yeah, so I have the weekly live on Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am based here in the surrounding area of Houston, Texas. And I have a Facebook page, which is under my name, Ashley Morgan. I also have an Instagram page, which is aspire to inspire, aspire underscore to inspire underscore. And so, yeah, that's different ways that you can reach me or reach out to me or follow me, see what I'm doing. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
That's what's up. So you speak at you've had a couple events there in Houston, right? What
Yeah.
was the basis of those? Like tell me a little bit about what those events were like.
Um, so I've done the last one that I did was a healing conference, and it was called Healing for Your Legacy, because I believe that if hurt people, then heal people can heal people, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to heal for our legacy, heal for those coming after us, our children, our grandchildren, nieces and nephews, all the
Right.
people that are coming after us. I mean, even your friends, children, and just anyone be younger than us, future generations, basically. So yeah, that was a really, really, really personal thing for me, because this healing journey is a forever journey, and understanding the importance of why healing needs to take place in our lives. You understand how to have healthier relationships, how to function in healthier even business relationships, and even just how to function in your own space, because when the mind is not healthy, You have unhealthy emotions that you're dealing with, trauma, childhood trauma that you're dealing with. You start with the self-sabotaging, lack of self-confidence, lack of self-esteem, and all those things. And so healing is important so that you can begin to change your mindset, to a more positive mindset, because as a man thinketh, so is he, right? And if you can think a thing, you can achieve that thing. And true, it's not going to happen overnight, but neither did that process if you get into the point to where you were happen overnight. So understanding, just in time, as you begin to heal and work on those areas of life where you may have experienced neglect or rejection, abuse. Like I said, any sort of trauma helps us to really be able to see ourselves the way we should see, in a proper way. And so, and I say, see yourselves the way God sees us. And yeah, so that that was a great event.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That sounds about like a lot of the people that I started when I first started doing like my lives in my cars and stuff like that. Sada Edamore, Stacey Henry Carr, Raymel Bentley, Ebony Willis. That's a lot of the things that they talk about too, like that trauma piece and just really navigating that and going back to that child and healing the things that they've gone through and bring them up to the present moment where things are possible, where
Yeah.
decisions are still being made, and knowing that the knowledge that they were able to acquire then, we can apply it to now and
Mm.
still and move forward with everything intact. Not, oh, let me leave that in behind. Like, no, let me gather everything that I am and move forward with the power to decide. So
Yeah.
that's very important. Absolutely. So absolutely amazing. So yeah. So anybody out there want to follow Ashley? Follow her, Ashley Morgan, on Facebook, and Inspire
Yeah.
underscore
Aspire
on
underscore to inspire underscore.
perfect on Instagram. Yeah, I gotta get better on Instagram. I just only time anything get on there is when it cross posts. So yeah, all right. So who is that in the comment? Let me see who that is right quick. But we about to jump on off here. Y'all gonna have to go back. What's going on, Tammy? Drop the link. I sure will drop the link. I absolutely will drop the link. We'll put all her handles in the comments when we jump off of here. Again, if anyone has any questions about the Sacred Queens meetup in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the address is right here where it's going to be. Also, let's see, is anything else? Yeah, the group link is also in the description at the top somewhere. So if you are a woman and you want to join the Sacred Queen Society, it's a private group here on Facebook. Please join it. It's free. And again, the event in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is free as well. We're going to just a little bit about the event. We're going to, but Ashley and I both are going to speak. I'm going to be speaking, but like doing just an activity, a little workshop that's going to be brief. But the main thing is for us to make new connections, for us to really just be in our authentic power, being women of leadership, not just in business, but in our lives. We're the CEO of our lives, okay? First and foremost. It doesn't matter what comes after that. It doesn't matter the profession, how many kids, your status. None of that matters. You got to be solid. This is a place for you to be solid and to be taken care of and to be pampered. And we're going to have a taco bar. We decided on the food. I'm like, ain't nothing be wrong with tacos. No one going to be mad at tacos. We have vegan options, vegetarian options, and we are bringing the meat. We got beef, chicken, and we got mahi tuna. So let's go with the taco bar, okay? It's going to be good. And excuse me, one other thing that I'm going to mention real quick before we get off here. You had mentioned earlier about how, you were glad to be a part of what I had going on, and I'm glad to be a part of what you have going on. I also want to mention the catering, because I remember it's got to be at least 5-6 years ago, me and her meeting at a bar one happy hour and talking about how one day we were going to go in business together. And it's going to have something to do with us cooking. Because at the time, I was wanting to really own a coffee shop. And I wanted her to be my chef. And I wanted her to prepare whatever she wanted to prepare every day and whatnot. And it's beautiful how things, if you let go of really exactly how you think it's supposed to look, it'll turn out even better than you expected. Because if I would have owned a coffee shop then, I probably would have been locked into somewhere in so much debt by now. Like, honestly, because it takes a while for those things to get off the ground. I'd probably just be breaking even. But to be on a different side of it and know that I'm doing and working in my gift, and I still need to work with her so we can both succeed, it's such a beautiful thing. That is what alignment really looks like. You know what I mean? You got to plant that seed and get off of it. You can't plant that seed and sit on it. You know what I mean? Sometimes we don't give it air to breathe. We don't get it we don't let it go through the rain. We always trying to shield it. It needs that in order to grow. It needs the exposure in order to grow. So we're going to be exposing some gifts and talents and power at the Sacred Queens MeetUp, September 28th, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, from 5 to 9 p.m. If you need more information, follow the links wherever they are, and we'll see you there. So everybody who tuned in, thank you so much for joining us. Ashley, thank you so much for taking the time today. Go cook. I want pictures of dinner when you get done with it, because she got to cook some salmon. I know it's going to be good. All right, guys. We're going to see y'all next time again, September 28th, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Bye.
All right, so for y'all that don't know me, I can be a whole vibe. You know why I'm a whole vibe? Because there was a lot of years that I'll be who she wanted me to be. I'll be who he wanted me to be. I'll be who my mama wanted me to be. But I decided to just be me.
Hey everybody, this is Coach Tiffany Parra, visionary author, life coach. I wear a lot of hats, but anyhow, I want to talk to you about this awesome and amazing conference that we just recently had. Here in sunny Southern California, in Rancho Cucamonga, I hosted the first annual Girl Powerhouse Network. For someone, as me as a host and as someone that has been the facilitator of this, it could be really stressful, but I will tell you, when Carrie got there and when she got in the room and started doing her thing, she really was able to bring some of that, ease to me. So if you are having an event and you just want somebody that's just absolutely magnificent, you are going to definitely want to check out Carrie, Irene, Crosby. Thank you so much. Happy conferences.